We're crossing the American border with a mission.
We have $1,360 worth of goods we're bringing back.
But with the new tariff deadline looming, this could be very expensive.
Guess how much? 25% tariff.
April 2nd was circled on the American president's calendar weeks ago as the day he would tax imports.
So I'm assuming today is going to be a little bit stressful.
Were we able to pull it off? Stick around to the end, because if we beat the tariffs, you might be able to too.
That's how you get around the tariffs. What did you say to them?
How you feeling, babe?
So frozen. Guys, I don't know why I chose today to get dental work. I couldn't cancel the appointment. But then we have to go today because we have plans tomorrow, and then the next day the tariffs come in. So it's now or never.
I guess, you just got to do what you got to do. That's the thing.
So we're actually really familiar with this drive. We've had the P.O. box just across the border in the United States since 2023. Because when we relocated back to Canada, there's a lot of companies that only ship stuff to America. Or it's really expensive to get it shipped to Canada. So it just makes sense to do a quick, it's an hour-and-a-half drive there, pick the stuff up, and come back.
We just make sure it's worth our while. We let our P.O. box kind of fill up a bit before we go and we get the stuff. And then we'll pay whatever the, rate is to come across.
Most of the time when you get to the border and you tell them what you have, they don't even care, honestly. The many times that we've done it, we're like, oh, we've got this and that. And often it's products that we're receiving from companies so that we can film videos about them. And we're very honest about this. And they haven't really been caring. A lot of the times they say, oh, whatever, just go ahead. And you're like, okay, great. So you don't actually have to pay the tax on it. But the last time that we came, post all of this crazy tariff talk, they were not happy with us. So I'm assuming today is going to be a little bit stressful. I can't drink water.
I know, it's the weirdest feeling.
I can't close my lips. That feels so weird.
So weird, yeah. How many needles did you get for a number?
Today we're obviously traveling with Everly, and normally we would bring Paco too, but actually there's been some new rules about dogs traveling into the United States, and we do have all of his paperwork and stuff, but last time at the airport we got stopped because we needed an extra form, and so it just felt like today wasn't a day to bring Paco. It's also rainy and gloomy, and we just had a really big ice storm, so there's tons of down branches.
Heads up.
Holy sh! We actually had planned to go almost as soon as we got back from Florida, but then Frankie hurt his knee. But now we're going with a deadline of 2 days.
We just pulled in to grab fuel. In Canada, the cheapest place to get gas or fuel is on the reservation. So right now that's where we are, and that's why it's so busy here. And really, fuel is still kind of expensive right now. It's $1.39 here for a liter. When it's cheap, it's like $1.10, and we haven't seen that in a bit, and it seems like the prices are going up. But we're gonna fill up at least $40 in the truck right now, and that will get us to the U.S., and then we can fill up while we're in the U.S., making this trip a bit cheaper. So just to give you an idea, in Alexandria Bay, they're showing prices of $3.19, $3.16 a gallon. That's 60 cents a gallon. That's a lot of money when you add it up over time. Somebody turned on the hazard lights. Are you gonna be a driver? Yeah?
2 big updates. The first, my face is still frozen. It feels like the freezing has migrated somehow, that my good side is now frozen and my bad side is not frozen. I don't know what's happening up in here, but still very difficult to drink. The second update is that we got about 3/4 of a tank of fuel. We're about an hour away from the border. Fingers crossed that goes well.
Oh, Everly also did a poo on the pod.
Oh yeah, Everly did a real poo on a real public toilet. which might be a first, which she's gonna be really excited about in 16 years when she watches this video and is so deeply embarrassed by the fact that I just told you that. But that was way more than 2 updates. I said I had 2 updates. That was like 5 updates. So big moments here, guys. Yeah. Also, I realized we're kind of like pushing a bad nap schedule today because we left later because of the dentist and we don't know how long everything's gonna take. I don't know when she's gonna sleep, but
Probably be an hour behind on everything.
we'll see what happens. I am predicting that the crossing into the United States is gonna be super smooth and easy, and the real challenge is gonna come when we're coming back into Canada.
It's always hard to come to Canada at this point since feels like since those tariffs been put in place, or like the idea of the tariffs being a thing.
All right, we're about to go over the bridge to the USA. It looks like they're holding the trucks back. It would be a real bummer if the bridge was closed or damaged because of that ice storm. We did not check before taking this drive.
Are there pretty heavy winds or something?
No,
No? It seemed like some of the trucks were being held back there, that's why.
no, they just come in all at once here.
Ah,
You
yeah.
mean way back?
Yeah, a little ways back.
Yeah, that's
Just-
MTO. Do you need your receipt?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
They just do inspections on whatever truck they decide to inspect.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, you too. You ladies ready?
Yeah, we're gonna make a quick pit stop at the duty. I feel like all of our border crossings in Central America taught us that you never know how long that it's gonna be. So you should be prepared and not have to pee when you get up there, okay?
You look so cute, by the way, Everly. Yeah. Nose. Daddy's nose.
Oh, that's a big moose. We got
Very big.
2 moose, 3
What do you think
moose,
about that moose?
4 moose,
You want to touch it?
5 moose.
No, she's always
Just
scared of
the
them.
antlers.
5 mooses before you even walk in the door. It's pretty impressive.
What do you think about these? Hello.
Did you know that there was an award for Canada's best washroom?
Is that what happened?
It won it in 2015.
I didn't know that. I wonder how many washrooms were inspected.
It's pretty snazzy in there, no?
Is it?
Yours wasn't snazzy?
Not as snazzy as yours, I guess.
What?
It was nice, but it wasn't like, whoa. It wasn't like, it didn't like heat my, hands when I walked out of the toilet.
I think I need to find the full list of these best bathrooms, and we should make it a point to get to all of them. Look, a big bear! What do you think of this?
Oh, she's so scared.
Oh man, she does not like those stuffed creatures. We're ready to roll. If we can get Everly back in the car seat, which might take a couple minutes.
Yeah, we have to go through that border, so we have to drive through it, okay? No?
Yeah.
We have to do it though. Ah. Does it scare you? Yeah.
You want to leave your boots on?
Hey, how you doing today? Good. Just headed over to our P.O. box in Alexandria Bay here.
Okay, just picking up regular personal mail.
Yeah, personal mail and some goods that we make content on and stuff like that. So,
What kind of goods you make contact on?
well, we make YouTube videos about like travel. So sometimes they'll be like solar panels or like something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make any money from the YouTube videos?
Yeah, I'm from the U.S. originally, so that's how we kind of go about the business,
And what kind of travel and stuff do you do?
We travel via like a van normally, but right now we are in between vehicles. I'm going to be taking a trip back here in April to go sell one of the vehicles that I have down there. Today, just a couple hours.
What are you gonna do after you pick up your mail?
After the mail, just come back to Canada. We'll probably get lunch and then come back.
Any alcohol or tobacco?
No, not at all.
Any currency?
Nope, not at all.
Any food or liquids in the car?
Nope.
Like
water
a
for
baby bottle.
Water?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Have a good
Great
one.
day.
Okay. That was easy, but a little bit stressful because Frank's an oversharer and he provides more information than what he's asking for because he's just a friendly guy, which then leads to more questions, which was not necessary. But anyways, we're here now. Step one, we're gonna get over to the post office. We're gonna grab all of our stuff so that we can make our inventory because getting back is gonna be some paperwork. It's interesting, you wouldn't realize that there's so many islands over here. Like this whole area of like Ontario, New York is actually called the Thousand Islands because there are thousands of islands. But yeah, so it's a lot of bridges to get over. I do not know why this is so incredibly slow right now.
There's also a castle over here too.
There is a really cool castle. I think it's called the Bold Castle. Gonna be in and out, and in and out, and in. Oh, there's the hat. But I could be. Okay, ready? Can you do me up, Frank?
Yeah, I can. Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. Hey, I didn't recognize you guys at first. I just kind of like been so busy. I've been like trying to just say hi as soon as they're coming in the door.
One, 2, 1 is ours.
Well,
And this one too.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
This whole pile, plus these guys over here.
That's gonna be a lot of money.
You guys don't want to take everything. If you want to take some through to see, feel free.
We're gonna.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take
We're gonna take
everything
it
because whatever. We're
just gonna pay
the
for it.
last time we went, they gave us like a hard time because normally we're like, oh, whatever. Like maybe we have this, maybe we have that, maybe it's about this much. And they were like, no, we need to know exactly
Okay.
every
and
single
so-
thing that
but
you
we
have.
we were off by like
A lot.
almost $2,000. And so they were like pissed.
Yeah.
Because
No,
they think they're gonna. They have to assume that you're trying to do it on purpose, even though.
Yeah,
you're not.
yeah.
Like,
What's the wholesale value is in my head. Like, cause really that's what it actually costs. Like, what does it cost to make it?
You're right.
So everything together probably only cost about $800.
You're right.
But the resale value of it all was about $3,000.
I'm gonna start a list here. The guy who owns this place is awesome. He's been super friendly and nice to us the whole time that we've been here. Zero complaints about him. He's super helpful and friendly.
So this alone is just all spray foam.
Or do you even want to unbox? There's probably a box in the box. You're just gonna leave it?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know how much spray foam it is. Do you think less people are gonna be doing the back and forth that they've been doing?
Not really. No, not if it continues. And the problem is it's beyond that, right? Like. It's one thing to talk about business things and say like, hey, the tariffs aren't going in balance. Can we talk about it? No, you just go and say these things in the 51st state crap and all
Yeah.
that. That's not going to unoffend people, right? People are offended.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
So you can't unoffend people. Yeah, the whole tariff thing. The whole point is people coming down here to save money.
Yeah.
If they ain't saving money,
They ain't
doing
coming
it.
down, yeah.
Can you give him a fist bump?
Oh, awesome, awesome. You can't fix anything. It's how you navigate it, right?
Correct,
Is
yep.
What matters.
Yep, that's what it is at the end of the day, that we all got to navigate it the way that's best for us and our families and, you know, the people around us, and that's all we can really do. Our business was already here before this stuff happened, so we have to continue running our business the best way that we can, and this is it, you know?
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
a big deal for you guys. Look at her, she's so strong. She's coming up right behind you with the pocket.
What you got, girl? 18 months.
Are you kidding me?
My grandson came on,
Oh.
3 feet tall.
No.
She's tiny.
I don't have my camera.
My knee definitely is sore from doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I lifted 2 things.
I lifted about 10. We got everything situated in the truck. Let's show you the back of it. And we're gonna go grab some lunch so we can tally up what we have in here, so that way we're paying the proper tax when we cross the border. It's a good amount of stuff. Everly, are you ready? Yeah. You ready for some food? Watch the little puddle right here. Don't step in that, baby. I think we're at the right spot because there's the RV right here, the VW. Oh, look.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Do you happen to have like a sweet tea? Like a, no? No? Okay, I figured I'd ask. Root beer? Yeah, okay, thank you. Can you do your best impression of a chicken? That's pretty good, yeah.
A Cracksident.
Crayola drops.
Okay, I got my spreadsheet started here, so now I'm gonna put in all the values. What they really want is for me to have invoices for everything that I purchased, but because I haven't purchased anything, it's a little bit more complicated. So I'm just gonna go on their websites and see how much they charge for these things, and then that's what I'm gonna declare.
The products that we're getting are payment, right? So when we receive that product and we pay taxes on it when it comes into the country, then, you know, technically when we claim things, we'll probably have to pay taxes on it again when we make a video. So it's, you know, one of those things where it feels like we're kind of getting double taxed.
Is he complaining about getting stuff for free?
I'm not complaining about getting stuff for free because we're not getting it for free. We're doing work for it.
We are working for it. It's a very interesting position to be in, making YouTube videos about builds and stuff, because people do want to send us stuff for our build, which is great. We have to make content about it.
Yeah, which
so
takes
you do get
several
free
hours.
stuff for your build, but then you also are working for it.
It's nice because we're not paying specifically for the product, but we are giving them value in return. And probably more value because people are then purchasing those items from our videos. So they're going to make a lot more money off of that, like, you know, the value
It's marketing.
exchange. Exactly.
Wow. You guys don't mess around.
Whoa.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Do you guys need anything at all?
No, perfect. Thank you. Everything looks amazing, and Everly's chicken fingers are actually dank looking.
Yeah. Here comes the part that I'm least excited about.
I've got the tally. Technically, if you're going in and out in a single day, I think it's less than 200. Let me double check.
This makes me so nervous that I just pooped and I feel like I have to poop again.
Stop. Returning between 24 and 48 hours, you can claim up to $200 worth of stuff. After 48 hours, you can do $800 worth of stuff. 7 days or more, only $800. Less than 24 hours, which is what we've done, there's no exemption. You have to pay tax on every single thing that you've purchased. So, even if we stayed in America for 7 days, we'd still have to pay duty because we're looking at a whopping total of $1,358.
All right, let's go pay some money to the Canadian government.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. We're happy to pay taxes on it. That's why I've put this spreadsheet together. All the tariff talk is really confusing. And so I don't know what's going to have more tariffs and what's not going to have tariffs. Just coming before that even happens will ensure that we're not going to get messed up in it.
Exactly, Emily. Gas here's $3.15 a gallon, so that's like just over 50 cents less than what it is in Canada right now.
And we are 50 cents closer to nap time. Oh my goodness.
How you doing?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, Here we go.
Hey, how you doing, man? Only a couple hours. We have $1,360 worth of goods we're bringing back to declare. We have 2 solar panels, some spray foam,
An
a like,
RV
small
hose.
little like push bike for our daughter, and RV hose. $1,360. No, sir. Yep, not a problem. Yeah, we've already done it once before. Thank you very much.
Pretty friendly, no nonsense. He really didn't ask any other questions. He was just like, what you got? Let's go.
I think because we knew the value this time and it wasn't a mumble jumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that helps.
Okay, I really fell asleep, so can you just run in and do it?
Yep.
And then I will stay with her.
They were really cool. 2 things. I probably said the right things. Also, on top of that, the power went out there, and then came back on, and then went out, and came back on again. And so they wound up saying something in French to one another. And they said, you know what? Have a good day. I was like, you guys are awesome.
So you didn't pay anything?
I didn't pay anything. They said, have a good day.
Okay.
Yep.
That's how you get around the tariffs. What did you say to them? You're
I just said
friendly.
I said we're all neighbors, like we all care for one another.
Aw.
You know, the fact of the matter is like I'm from the US, but I live here now. My family and daughter are here and your family's here, but then my family's in the US, so it's like a really weird situation for me because like both sides aren't asking me to pick a side, but it feels like politically they want you to pick a side, right?
You had this whole conversation in the 5 minutes that you were in there?
Yeah, because the power went out. And so we were chatting and they were just like super nice. And I tell them that we travel a lot and we've been as far south as Panama, and you know, that next time we do it, if anything, we would like ship to South America and then like drive north. And it sounded like they kind of said in French, like, do we even have to tax him? Like, and he was like, nah, you don't really have to tax him, like if you don't want to. And she was like, here you go. And I was like, you guys sure? They're like, yeah, definitely, you're good.
Nice.
Yeah. But I also told them that like I care about this side a lot more at the moment. Because like realistically I do. This is where I live. This is like my livelihood. This is my life is here in Canada now. So like I care for how this impacts Canada because this is where we live. You know? Also, Canada's not the aggressor in this situation. But we're not going to get too political. Yeah. Okay? But that's sick. Also, a time when Frankie's oversharing is useful. You know, sometimes I overshare, it's good. Sometimes I overshare and Alex gets mad. But you never know. Here's the thing though, is what he said is they're taxing on US made goods. So if the good was made in China, even though it's a US company that's selling it, it's a China-made product. That's so much more research. I was like, all the products are made in China. For sure. And then shipped to the US and we just picked them up here. Yeah. So they were like, all right, no problem, you're good. Because like the tariffs technically only take place against US goods. So people are going there shopping, buying like $300 worth of groceries and going to bring it back, and they're getting taxed 25%. Because Canada hasn't lifted their tariffs on stuff like that. Because like the eggs and the milk and the veggies that come from America are taxed. Yep. But the solar panel that was made in China and then shipped here, it's fine. Yes, correct. Or at least would only be taxed at like 13.5%. Yeah, like regular tax. Yeah. So like we kind of would have got lucky with that. But well, but then also you have to look up, okay, well, where was that bike made? Where was this made? Correct. Where was this made? Correct. And then you got to do all that research. Yeah. So it's definitely a little bit confusing. Yeah. When I said solar panels, he's like, oh yeah, all solar panels are made in China. So he like answered that for me. Right. You're like, yeah. All right, cool, yeah. So yeah, it was great. Awesome. I'm really thankful. That's so weird. So nice. I wonder if the ice storm had something to do with their power going in and out. Possibly, yeah. Because people are still like figuring that out. So, and then also like for the Wi-Fi to come back and then the credit card machine to work again and blah, blah, blah. Like, she was waiting on her computer to come back up. So like, and the Wi-Fi connection to come back up. So that would have been a while. Yeah, that's the thing that takes forever. So yeah, I'm really grateful that that worked out and just happened to all be the right thing at the right time, you know? Yeah. I kind of felt as if like the U.S. side just felt like a little bit more aggressive, and that's why I was like, like just verbal vomit. Where like the Canadian side felt very just like, hey, what do you have? What's going on? Do you have anything to declare? Yes, I do. Bang, 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 done. Go pay some taxes inside. And then the people inside were super nice. The last 2 times or 3 times has felt like a little bit more aggressive, or maybe that's just like in our minds, but I don't know.
That's the exact opposite of what we anticipated, because before we said we thought that the going into America would be the easier and then the coming back to Canada would be harder, but it was the complete opposite.
Take that with a grain of salt, because your experience is going to be different than ours.
But always, the nicer you are, the nicer you'll get back. And apparently the more you share, the easier it is.
You're welcome.
All right, well, let's get home and show you what we got tax-free.
First and foremost, it's fucking beautiful out.
It's still cold, but it's sunny, so I'll take it.
Yeah, that sun feels good right now. We haven't seen the sun in like 5 days in Canada, I feel like.
As it turns out, the best way to beat the tariffs is to apparently not buy anything that's made in America.
Made in China by awesome people. Look, once again, made in China.
Made in China.
So that's the loophole. You have to know where the stuff is made. Guess who it's made by?
China.
The awesome people in China. On the box right there.
We've got some unloading to do. We've got lots of work to do on our brand new trailer build. This trailer was actually made in the USA. And we purchased it back in November, but we took possession of it not until January, when there was already talks of tariffs and things like that. So we had to make our final payment on it in 2025. And here's the thing. If we bought it right now, we would have had to pay 25% more.
So this trailer right here is actually worth 25% more after us buying it than what it would have, like, than what we paid for it. That's just crazy.
Yeah, so we beat the tariffs on the trailer that was made in America that we would have had to pay 25% on. And then we also beat the tariffs yesterday by getting stuff that was apparently only made in China. There you go. That's how you do it, guys.
That right there is the Canadian Air Force. You better watch out. Make sure you pay your tariffs if you have them. Getting by and not having to pay these tariffs made it an FnA day for us, and we hope that you have an FnA day too.